All right, today we are going to make a planting bed out here, a project I've had for a long time. I'm gonna stick it right over here long ways. We're only gonna do one day, probably do a second one later, maybe next year. But to start off, we've got two 1 inch by 8 inch by 12 feet cedar logs. They won't rot in contact with the ground. What you can see here is I've actually measured this right there to a point of, we're gonna do 8 feet. Cut that off, and then this is going to be the end. So we're going to end up with a box that's 8 by 4 by 8 by 4. We've got a bunch of different soils here we're going to mix together and use to fill it up. We're just going to put it right on the ground. These right here are 1 by 2 just pine. We're going to cut those down so that ultimately this box will have some posts sticking up around it, and then you can see kind of under there, right there. We've got some netting we're going to put up around it, try to keep rabbits and the cats out of it as well. To fasten everything together, we're going to be using decking screws, 3.5 inch. These are no pre-drilling required, so they were a few cents more expensive, but should make installation a lot easier. There's some other things here, like this post and the staple gun and some other stuff out here. Don't worry about those. Those are different projects, not for today. So first thing, let's cut the board. We've got that right there. You can do a handsaw with this. If you've got a circular saw, you can do it, but I've got one of these, so I'm going to use that. So quick progress update. Got everything cut. I got the ends on two. Just wanted to show you right here. Doing 2 screws per each, put them in, 1/2 inch. This is not an exact science here. Probably the 3.5 inches was a little ambitious. I mean, this is only 1 inch. I only needed to go into about here to hold it together, but it's going along just fine. I'm just going to continue on.